My name is Cambrya Jones. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania originally. I relocated to Tallahassee, Florida in 2015 for training purposes and the weather. I'm a track and field athlete. I had competed at the University of Pittsburgh collegiately, and then I went on to compete professionally in an elite level for United States of Pittsburgh, United States of America. Have to say would be probably making it to the semifinals at the Olympic trials. It was very, very personal for me. It was my second time there. I made it in 2012 as a collegiate athlete at the University of Pittsburgh. Didn't go as well as I had wished it would have, but it was a great experience nonetheless. And then this past year, 2014, it was amazing. Of course, still didn't come out with the outcome that I would have wanted, but nonetheless, it was a great experience. But another accomplishment I will have to say is giving back to community, training other people and collegiate kids, people just trying to get in shape. A common mistake I would have to say a lot of people make, especially early in coaching, would be the sprint mechanics of coaching. A lot of people lack that knowledge. A lot of people lack that knowledge, and if you don't have that knowledge, you're ignorant to it, so you don't absolutely put it into your regiment, which you should, because it helps athletes no matter what sport, every sport you run. You run and jump in every sport. So having that knowledge, I think a lot of people would benefit from it if they did have it. But if you don't come from a track and field background or know someone who has come from a track and field background, you won't have that knowledge. God has been on my side, and I haven't had a lot, so I'll say I'm blessed for that. But I've had some scares, I will say. I tweaked my hamstring last season. That was pretty scary, but recovery was well, so it didn't prohibit me from too much. My hip flexors get really tight, but like I said, I don't really have too many injuries. I've seen some though, some bad ones. Definitely hamstrings. People pull hamstrings like no other. I've seen a lot of people go down with hamstring injuries. A lot of ACLs, knee injuries, and I would probably say back, a lot of back injuries just from a lot of powerlifting and Olympic lifts that we have to do. A lot of people throw their back out, but hamstrings are the main muscle we like to focus on as far as runners to keep healthy. Prevent them personally from rehabbing even when my hamstrings feel 100%. I like to stop the problem before the problem is a problem, so I just kind of go in and strengthen my hamstrings daily, and just try to make sure that, being that we are sprinters, we put a lot of work on our hamstrings, and just try to make sure that our hamstrings can take that workload. My warm-up is everything. When it comes to my performance and competition, I take my warm-up very, very seriously. I put my headphones in, I get in my zone. I don't really talk to anyone. I'm pretty spiritual, so I say my prayers, and I just go out there and compete, and know that all the training that I do behind the scenes, that the day of competition, I just go and execute. I don't try not to think about too much, and I just go in and execute and do everything that I've been working, so hard towards. So.
Right.
I started running when I was 7 years old. I started just running in the neighborhood, running from light pole to light pole, chasing not chasing, but racing other kids. And one day I was at my aunt and uncle house, and my uncle was looking out the window, and he seen me running from light pole to light pole, beating all the little boys. So once he seen that, he kind of had a conversation with my mom and told my mom, I think she's really fast. You might want to look into signing her up for a track and field team. And it just so happened that my mom knew of someone who knew of someone, and I was right at that age where I was able to, start, and I started it, and it was a love-hate relationship from the very beginning. I won't say I completely loved it, because as a kid, you like to run around, but at your own leisure, you like to run around. You don't really like to run around when people tell you, hey, you have to do this. So I struggled with it at first, I will not lie, but when competition day came and I was actually good at it, and I realized I was good at it because I was winning, I loved it, and I kept with it. Running to me, form of art in a way. I'm not a very artistic person. I would like to consider myself a creative person. So to me, running is a form of art, a form of a way to express yourself. It's a competitive sport, which I love. It's nothing like head-on competition, you know, head-to-head, line up with the best of the best and compete. Nothing beats that to me, you know. Team sports are great, you know what I mean? Having the team camaraderie is amazing, but there's nothing like depending on yourself, you know, and having no one else to fold for your wrongs. So running is everything.